Man, it's early. It's too early for this, chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree. I think if the WNBA let them titties fly and put an 8-foot rim so women could straight, you know what I'm saying? Titties just straight flopping. More people would watch, dude. I would watch a topless NBA with an 8-foot rim. Women just straight, yeah. Female Vince Carter's just double through the leg, just yeah. Yeah, like most of these women are 6'5" anyways. You just put your hand up and it's a dunk. I don't know why they think that we should pay them more when nobody watches this sport, dude.
So people thought Angel Reese was insane last year when she said, yeah, CBA's coming up, we deserve more. Because I'm hearing if y'all don't give us what we want, we sitting out. What are you, crazy? Sit out and crush all the momentum from Caitlyn Clark? Well, guess what? Just this week, W players voted yes on a strike. Not on strike yet, but it's officially on the table. Oh, and this was 98% yes. You never see that kind of agreement from players, all on the same page.
You never see that kind of agreement from women. You actually got all these women to pretty much agree on something.
But if this happens, it could be the end of the WNBA as we know it. Because other leagues...
Nobody watches it anyway, dude.
Are popping up saying, hey, you don't like the W? Come play here. We'll pay you more. So Unrivaled, Project B, these leagues have already signed dozens of the top WNBA players to say, forget the old league, we tried and it failed. But how did this happen? Right when things are going good, it could die? Well, I'll tell you why it happened. Money. It's always money. Caitlyn Clark comes into the W, single-handedly lifts the league. For example, the average W game, not involving Caitlyn, got 394,000 viewers. But the average Caitlyn Clark game, 1.4 million. That is over a 200% increase for one player.
And that's what it's all about. That's where the money is.
But it affected the whole league. Like, we all know interest in the W as a whole is up. We experienced it. Look at the average finals ratings. Around 600K before Caitlyn Clark. But her rookie year, 1.6 million viewers, and she wasn't even involved. And right then, a new media rights deal was a perfect timing. They would get to cash in on this Caitlyn Clark popularity. So the W signed a $2.2 billion deal to show their game starting in 2026. They also expanded to add 6 teams, each paying up to $250 million to get in. So why not share the wealth? Players all mad wearing "pay us what you owe us" shirts at all.
Pay us, dude. When they pulled that stunt, I was like, brother, you guys should be paying us. You should be paying the viewers for even watching.
The debt all those years before. Oh no, you didn't want to do that. But now you want the money. But this is the time of year that NBA players start to kind of slow down. New Year's, right before the All-Star break. NBA has kept the W afloat, costing about $10 million per year. But Clark's rookie year, the W lost more money than ever at $50 million. How is that possible? Because players wanted more, like private flights to games. So despite making more money than ever, they spent more money too. But at the same time, I can't understand where players are coming from. First off, private planes? Yeah, you can't have Caitlyn Clark on American Airlines with me. Well, me, yes, but some of you guys I'm not too sure about. It would be like in the NBA, a random fan being like, hey, Luka, can I get the aisle seat? Sorry, I have to pee a lot. It doesn't work. And the salary? Last year, the WNBA Supermax was $250K, average salary $120K, and the minimum.
Hey, that's actually still really good, though.
Just 6.
Like, these salaries are actually pretty solid. Caitlyn Clark was only getting paid $78,000. A Supermax contract, $250,000? Yeah, they way overpaying them.
$66,000. But if they go on strike, those numbers go to 0. So they start negotiations last July. The league sent a proposal to the players, and we don't know what it said, but we do know the reaction. One player said, yeah, we got a proposal from the league, which was honestly a slap in the face. Then MVP runner-up Nafisa Collier threw a grenade into negotiations. She claimed that the W commissioner said something unforgivable.
I also asked how she planned to fix the fact that players like Caitlyn, Angel, and Paige, who are clearly driving massive revenue for the league, are making so little for their first 4 years. Her response was, Caitlyn should be grateful she makes $16 million off the court, because without the platform that the WNBA gives her, she wouldn't make anything.
What?
And in that same conversation, she told me, players should be on their knees thanking their lucky stars for the media rights deal that I got them.
What? I mean, it is one thing to negotiate with someone that you disagree with, but to negotiate with someone you hate is 100 times more difficult. But now, some people say this cannot be fixed because what the players really want here is revenue share, which is exactly what NBA players have. See, those players split all basketball-related income with the owners 50-50, which means if the league does better financially, the players do better financially. And the W players see this awesome trajectory of their league and they want to ride that wave, but it's not all they...
No. I don't think you get to swoop in at the very end and just... oh, now the money's getting good. Now I can, swoop in and get some of that cash. No, you guys should have to pay back all the years y'all was net negative.
They also want private flights for every team all year, professionalism standards across the league. For example, they don't want to practice at like a community rec center, which I thought was BS, till I saw this Connecticut Sun.
Nobody watches y'all, bruh. Hey, chat, when's the last time you watched a WNBA game? Name one NBA player besides Angel Reese and Caitlyn Clark. Nobody, bro.
Where they got kicked off their own court.
Wait, who are these ladies? I don't even know who they. I don't know what they. No, I can see Caitlyn Clark, and that's the back of her head. You know what I'm saying?
A 2-year-old's birthday party. Seriously, and it was during the playoffs. That actually happened. They also want expanded rosters and benefits, but the owners say no. Yes, we'll give you more money, but not rev share like the NBA. In fact, they offered increases from a max of $250K to $1.3 million, average salary from $120K to $530K, and minimum from $66K to $250,000 throughout the league, which sounds good. But players say no. In fact, we hate that so much, we're going on strike if you don't give us NBA-style rev share. Because we see that this league's going to keep growing while you're trying to stick us down here at this fixed money. And we don't care that
250 racks minimum is great cash.
You lost money on the WNBA all those years. That was your decision. You wanted to start a WNBA league, okay? That's on you. Stupid. And now we're here, so we want to cut. And even Caitlyn Clark said, this is the biggest moment the WNBA has ever seen, so we are going to fight for everything we deserve. She also said, at the same time, we do need to play basketball, because Caitlyn knows a strike could kill the whole thing. Just look at baseball in 1994. MLB was America's #1 sport. They go on strike in 94, got passed up by the NFL and NBA, and have never come back. And that was the #1 sport. What do you think happens with the WNBA? All this momentum would be crushed and probably never come back. But this guy, David Sampson, perfectly outlines what happens next. See, he ran MLB teams for 20 years, so he knows all about negotiations. He was asked, what happens if the players don't budge and they don't move on their demands?
Maybe the end of the WNBA. The players will move. The biggest thing they did wrong, they said this is their moment. And so they've put a lot of pressure on themselves. They put themselves in a corner where they feel like they have to get it or it's like a major loss. And so if you had any ability to invest and you wanted to start a league to compete with the WNBA, this is the time. That could be the end of the WNBA.
Oh, and it turns out there are several women's leagues who see this coming. A 3-on-3 league called Unrivaled, a 5-on-5 called Project B, have all signed dozens of the top WNBA players already. And these leagues are promising them big paydays and rev share to the players. But that would obviously be a huge step back because those leagues don't have the momentum or the popularity of the WNBA. And it would split up all the players. Like, can you imagine if the NBA...
The only popularity that the WNBA has is just getting cooked. That's all anybody talks about the WNBA is how much it sucks and how nobody watches it. That's the only thing we associate with it, bro.
Fell apart. Yeah, we'd all still watch the players, but if all the players were split among 2 leagues, it would suck. So as crazy as it sounded, we may actually see these players go on strike, and the W might take a hit it cannot come back from. But there's
what I'll never understand about the WNBA and them wanting more money. It's like being the most low performing, like, employee at a job, the most low performing, but then wanting the same salary as the guy who's really high performing. It makes no sense. It's like a pregnant woman on welfare. It does not work. It doesn't work, dude. How are you gonna ask for all this money when you bring in no revenue, dude? Like, I was in sales, and I did sales for like a decade, chat. When you're in sales, dude, you have to realize that if you bring in more money, you get more money. You bring in more clients, you get more clout in the company. It's as simple as that. Like, what you sell, you get a piece of. You want to make more money, you got to sell more. That's a simple philosophy. It's the same thing with the WNBA. It's the same thing with the NBA, same thing with the NFL. All of it is a sales tactic. All this stuff is not just for, like, you know, the beauty of the sport. You know, we really just want to play some ball here. No, they want to make some cash, dude. They want to make money. You know, Jerry Jones got into the football business, number 1, because he loved football, but number 2, so he can make a boatload of cash, and he's a billionaire now because of it. The Cowboys are the most, I think, profitable sports franchise in history right now. That's insane, because they straight up suck. The Cowboys aren't even good. I like the Cowboys, but just because I'm a Texan, but, like, the Cowboys suck. You know what I'm saying? And, like, they suck. And they've never been good. I mean, besides in the 90s. Not in my lifetime. But oh my God. But they've got a good brand and they've got good loyalty. Like people understand that, you know, when you're watching the Cowboys, it's more of like that's America's team, you know, versus like the WNBA. I'm with the Indiana Racers. Who is that? Who is that, bro? I don't know. I don't get it. Like these women, to me, it's just so stupid. And then the thing is, if we start letting men compete in women's sports, then women's sports is just gone completely. So then what? Then what? Then what are you gonna do? Then you're really cooked, you know. So it's like there's not much that women can do, and I don't know, dude. It's just sad. It's just sad because, you know, I'd like to see these women get paid a lot of money, but in reality, it's just not gonna happen, brother. It's not happening. They're not gonna make no money from this, dude. So it's not a thing. It's not gonna happen. Women are getting dominated by, you know, men in sports now, and it's just not, I don't know.
In short,
here, let's check this out. Men versus women in sports. Here we go. It's just, I like to ride these trains sometimes.
I'm saying pay these women. That's what I'm saying. She's gonna go elegant about it. You need to be paid because you command the same respect. The game is just as good.
And then baby girl, stop it. My daughter got her first catch of her football career today. Go, Lily.
The guy ran a 50 yards.
Go, Lily. Yagam. Oh my God.
Men always say how women's soccer sucks. Then come to the field and try with us.
Oh my God. Extremely cooked. Just one dude cooked all of them. Megged them. They can't even come close to competing. Not even come close to competing. 60-year-old men versus pro women. These are grandpas, bro. These are grandpas. This is somebody's grandfather out here cooking these women. Get him a spatula and a chef's hat. Yoink. Easy work. I've seen the ones where it's like 13-year-old boys, you know. Here's a relay. What do we got here? Oh my God, look at these dudes. They're just massive compared to these chicks. Like these chicks look built, but then these guys, I'm like, he's 6'3". He's gonna smoke y'all. I hate running. I don't know about you guys, but dude, running is the worst thing ever for me. I think it's because I have a long schlong and I just have a lot of recoil.
You're a liar!
You know, sometimes it's so long I got to put it in my sock just because, you know, that thing will just swing everywhere.
You're a liar!
But, you know, that's the reality I live in, you know.
You're a liar!
Golly, he is cooking her. And these women are running too. Like, running is not even fair. Running's really not even fair. Like, let's be completely honest.
There's about this tall, okay? And she would ragdoll him as soon as she put her hands on him.
Under Rousey, who would ragdoll Floyd Mayweather, was destroyed by a 5'7.5", 134-pound woman this weekend. Serena Williams is not beating a single man. There's not a guy in the country in the ATP top 100 that's not beating Serena soundly.
Let's start with the elephant in the room.
That's right.
Why was it necessary?
I think you're referring to the fact that I said she'd be about 700 in the world?
Yeah.
Right.
What do you think, Charlie? You're a tennis guy. You like to play tennis. I see you on the tennis court.
Right.
What do you think that Serena Williams would be ranked if she played in the men's game?
I have no idea.
Well, if you had a guess.
I have no idea. You know, I want to keep my job here. This is another reason why I think so many people are going against watching traditional media like this BS crap, is because these people got to spit these narratives. Chat, y'all know I'm not spitting no narrative. You know, the people I get for sponsors, they watch my content and go, yeah, I like him. Like they don't, I'm not like, oh, I really got a tiptoe here. And you know, no, people sponsor me because they like me. That's the beauty of it. And also the beauty of it is the sponsors don't control what I say. The sponsors don't control any of the content that I put out, which is beautiful. I love that. There's too many people right now that are dominated by sponsor dollars. But even Serena talks about this herself.
Myself and him playing a match. And men's tennis and women's tennis are completely almost two separate sports. I'm like, if I were to play Andy Murray, I would lose 6-0, 6-0 in 5 to 6 minutes, maybe 10 minutes. Completely different sport. The men are a lot faster, and they serve harder, they hit harder. It's just a different game. And I love to play women's tennis, and I don't want to be embarrassed. I would not do the tour. I wouldn't do Billie Jean any justice. So Andy, stop it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let you kill me.
The enemy doesn't care gender you are. 21, come out here.
Oh my God,
Number 16
what is this?
stuff.
Number 16, step forward. Go and glove up.
She's the first female recruit to pick a man. Number 16.
Oh my God, they're about to
Nathaniel.
go hand to hand.
Face up.
It's gonna be bad, bro. Back him.
Yes, as instructions.
Back him, beak him. Beak him, back him.
That's what you do, you fight.
Face up.
Already bloodied up.
Go,
Poor
go,
girl.
keep fighting. Till I say
She got the
stop.
sweat dripping off her. She's getting. Hey, I got to give it up to her for getting out in that field, though. Yak 'em. Oh my God. But dude, this is why it grinds my gears that boys compete in female sport. Is this 2 dudes or is this 1 dude and 2 chicks? I think I've seen this video. When I was a young. But this is 2 chicks trying to get 1 dude. He said he could beat both of us at the same time, and I already did. And they're really trying. Like, they are really, really trying to get this guy. This guy's living my dream, you know? God, it's too early for this chat. I'm sorry. It's too early. And you guys do BJJ? Only BJJs I do is BJ. I don't need the extra J. Oh, he got out of that. Tapped her. He's like, let me just go ahead and get you. He just ragnolling this dude. It's like, I'm sorry, you tapped her.
I hope they taught you how to knock down doors. In you go.
Oh no! This is tough.
As high as you can. As high as you can.
34-year-old firefighter. Here we go.
She's a hard lady.
Yeah, it could be you and your family.
I'm coming. Don't worry, I'm coming. I'm on my way, okay?
Birdie getting scorched. While Jane here attempts to rescue.
I'm on my way, I promise.
Jane, we're late, honey. I'm dying in here.
Yeah, I think with Tim authorizing you would have been there, but that's tough for you.
A man with no firefighter training.
Took the guy 1 hit. See, that's what I'm saying, bro. You're in a burning building, chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree. You're in a burning building. Who do you want saving you? I want a buff dude saving me. I want a guy that can deadlift 200 pounds saving me.
To meet female quotas. Fire women are paid exactly the same as fire men, who are more physically able and better suited to the job.
I made this video to demonstrate that.
Bro, I want a woman. Shout out to the Poor Man's Podcast for that one. I want a man saving me. That's what I want. The last thing I want is, you know, is a woman coming to try to save me and my family, bro. So this is a video from Jesse James West. It's steroid women versus average Joes.
Ryan,
Arm wrestling.
Ryan! Now you should probably know, arm wrestling is one of the most dangerous sports, especially if you have no experience. Because you can literally snap your arm in half. Do it for James! He's never kissed a girl!
Come on, Ryan.
Okay! Oh! Wait, who just won? Oh! We have 2
These
more
are average
matches.
dudes.
Chris, I can see it on your face. Pull your arm and pop my wrist.
Okay. Are you okay?
No, I'll just take it. Look, she's pissed.
She's actually angry right now.
Yeah, you were pulling on me. You popped my wrist, and yeah.
It's arm wrestling, dude. What do you expect? We're not sitting here playing patty cake, bro.
You win again.
Dude, these women look terrifying. What is that? What is that? What in the Skyrim build is that? What are we doing here?
I kind of want to see it. I know, me too. You all right? You cool down? That was pretty crazy. Remember the rules.
Bro, steroids age you like crazy, man.
Listen
like,
to her
these
or you
women
hear-
look so much older and manly.
In the games right now.
3,
That's a man,
2,
man.
1, go.
Come on.
Keep that shoulder
Come on,
tight.
Michelle. Oh, yes.
No! Okay,
I
it's
think he went
1-1.
light on her that
Michelle,
time.
that was sick. That was dehumanizing, bro. Can we get a flex off? Ryan's in a 60-day transformation. The video's coming soon. He's gonna get better, okay? Ready? 3, 2, 1, go!
Twisted
Come
my
on.
wrist.
Smash it, smash it. Go! Ryan, go! Go! Grab the table with your other
The
arm.
fact that he can even hang is crazy.
Come on!
They do bench press 135.
bench press?
Look, she's busy.
All max.
We'll find out.
Okay. Don't tell that.
Should I try my PR?
No.
240?
No.
240? Hey, that's a lot of weight. I could maybe do 240 once.
Let's go,
Bro,
Jordan.
stop dropping.
Lord, she's thicker than
Come on, that's my boy.
Come on.
Yeah, boy.
Go.
Come on.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
This dude looks,
Go
he's
for
very,
it, go
I
for
mean,
it,
he's
go
a little
for
bit
it.
bigger than me,
Come on,
though.
come on, come on, come on, come on. You got it.
He got it. He hit him with the shakes, but he got it.
What do you want? Let's split fives.
That's a new PR?
That's PR, bro.
In the airport, he told me he benches 315. No.
Yes.
255.
Right. Give it up to the
Tug of war. I don't know about you, but female bodybuilders to me, dude, it looks terrible. It is like some of the worst builds. I just will never understand why women want to do that. Honestly, I don't even understand why men want to do that. You know, I thought at one time in my early 20s, I was like, you know what? I'm going to get on the roids, man. Let me get a plug. Let me get on some D-ball. Thank God I didn't, because I was broke, you know what I mean? But still, at the same time, it was like, you know, if I would have got on it, I would look 40 right now. Because you ever notice the people on steroids, they always look way older than they actually are. It's like, yeah, I'm 22. And then before you know it, this guy's looking 32 or 42. And it just ages you like crazy. So it's like, I don't know. I don't think being on steroids is a good thing. Now, unless you really need it and you need like testosterone replacement or something like that, I think that's, you know, kind of fair. You know, so I don't know. But for me, I would never take steroids. I would never take steroids. It's just to me, it's not a good idea. It's not a good idea. So it's just, I can't. I could, there's no way that I'm doing that and trying to get buff to only have to get off of it and not be buff again. All right, let's switch gears. I hid my secret life for 5 years and my boyfriend finally found out.
I was an escort for 6 years and my boyfriend had no idea. So my boyfriend and I dated for 5 years and he never knew what I was doing. Most girls who work like I did, nobody knows. Not their boyfriends, not their family, sometimes not even their closest friends. So he was working 2 jobs and I was working like 4 hours a day. I just told him I was working as an influencer, like on Instagram. And I got too confident that he was never gonna find it out. And I left a scribbled email on the kitchen counter one day. So he found it weird and he started snooping until he found a website. And on that site, like, you have multiple girls and he found me. And the thing about this is that it has multiple descriptions, basically reviews. So with my images and all.
You're an escort. Got it.
Also with what I was doing on those visits. He confronted me, obviously, and he was really emotional. I came clean and I told him, like, there was no way that after what he saw I could hide it. And he actually did forgive me, but afterwards, I mean, things were broken. There was a lot of silence and a lot of tension. For 5 years, he had never yelled at me. He was a very calm.
Yeah, dude, here's my thing. If you're an escort, you're an escort. You shouldn't be in a relationship. You're selling box. You're selling box, dude. You're selling box, and it is what it is. You know, I don't see why women think that they can sell box, and men are like, yeah, we're cool with that, baby. That's tight, no worries. For any guy out there, if your girl's selling box, man, you got to keep it pushing. Or if you met her on a cam website, or if I don't know, there's so many different things, man, that are just massive red flags in my opinion. Massive red flags. And you just gotta be careful. You gotta be real careful, bro. Mental health of liberal women. Oh God.
Women are, especially liberal women, are not doing well. You see the highest rates of mental illness among single liberal women. And it's because it's a philosophy that pits women against their own bodies and against their own children. Feminism coaches women to reject their bodies, reject the natural realities, especially of their fertility, especially of their reproductive capacity. Women are,
dude, true. It's corroding their own. They're really just corroding themselves into an oblivion. It's sad. It really is. But women are emotional. If you really want to get to a lot of women, you got to just appeal to their emotions. And and if you do that, more than likely you're going to get all these women on your side. She can't go to 7-Eleven anymore. For some reason, I think she'll be okay.
Crying, and I stop in this gas station, and the only two people in there are immigrants, clearly Spanish speaking. And they're so nice. And they smile at me and they say hello. And they don't know the reason I was just crying was because my heart is broken. Because
they have jobs?
Everything that's going on. And then I look stupid because I'm crying.
You do look stupid.
And I want to say to them, I'm sorry my country is such an asshole. And that we
Oh, no, they love being here.
weren't paying attention. And now we're in this big mess.
Well, and how much of a bigot are you to think that they're immigrants? Just because they speak Spanish, you think they're immigrants? Maybe that's what the language they like to speak.
I didn't say that. Instead, I said, can I use these dollars to pay for this? And she said, yeah, money's money. And I said, except pennies, right? And then I dropped the money in my food, and then I had to give her. I walked out there, they probably thought that is the dumbest lady I ever seen.
Yeah, I would think the same thing.
And they didn't know that I love them.
Love them so much that you dropped your pennies in the chili and handed it to her. Really, a great way to show that you love somebody is to give them dollars and pennies drenched in 7-Eleven chili. What a way to show your appreciation there.
When women are in positions of power, they tend to fuck over everybody, including themselves. So when you give women the power in any relationship dynamic, what's her choice? To disrespect you and start talking to other dudes. Does that help her or the guy? No. She's gonna lose the house, she's gonna lose the kids. No one wins. You guys might think they're CEO or business-owned women. No, dude, they're being managed by some dude. They're not doing this all by themselves. There's always a guy in the picture who's helping them out. There's someone leading them. So there's no such thing as woman leading anything. When women lead shit, they lead it into the fucking ground.
Dude, look at Cracker Barrel. You know? Look at that. Cracker Barrel lost so much money when that woke CEO came in and said, you know what, we're gonna make it look like a corporate bathroom in here. It's gonna look really good. You guys are gonna love it. And everybody's like, no, we're not. I want this to feel like Jim Crow. I want a taste of bigotry in here. And that's what people want. That's what people want, and that's why people go. I'll be honest though, I haven't been to Cracker Barrel in a month of Sundays. Probably won't go back just because I know the one here is pretty trash. So I don't know. I don't think I'll ever probably go, at least for me. So apparently the Florida governor right now, and I think this is something we should 100% do. There's this guy named James Fishback. What an interesting name. He is proposing that he will institute a 50% tax on all income derived from OF, which I think we should do that. I really do.
Never in my whole life did I think that I would wake up and see a Florida politician trying to start beef with me for clout. So he's proposing a sin tax on bops where we would have to pay 50% to the state on top of the 37 I already paid to the government. And I would be more than happy to pay that if multi-billion-dollar corporations were also.
Don't move the goalpost here. Multi-billion-dollar corporation. You're an OF thought. Don't move the goalpost to billionaires.
Being properly taxed. But surprise, they're not. I never usually get.
Yeah, because you can have tax write-offs, dude. There's legal loopholes that you can pull, but when you're just selling box on the internet, you should be taxed.
Into politics, but there are clearly better ways to raise funds from actual corrupt business.
No, there's not. You got paid more than like LeBron James last year, like $40-something million. Tax the hell out of you.
This is in our country. I think that people also fail to realize that there are so many creators on this platform that do this job because they're struggling. So to tax.
And they don't make any money. There's so many women that sell their, cans of tuna on the internet and only make $100 a month.
Gotcha, bitch. Tax them like that when they're literally doing it just to support their families is sad. I would much rather continue donating directly to people in need.
Oh God, just shut up. Imagine listening to an OF girl's the voice of reason. Good Lord. Like, come on. Stupidity. Her dream wedding ring.
How much do you want a man to spend on a wedding ring?
I don't know, because I don't think I want to marry.
How much did the dude that bucked you on the first date spend on that first date? That's how much I want to spend.
But
You don't want to marry?
I don't think so.
Why not?
Because I want to be businesswoman, you know? So,
Modern feminism. I want to fall in love with my career, you know? I just want to have a good job. You're going to be lonely when you're 50.
maybe if I get married, I have only one ring I want. It's Tiffany ring. It's a lot of money. I saw these days it's like 54,000.
So if you were to ever get married, he would have to buy that ring.
If he cannot, I can buy. Not right now, but I have really good dreams. You know, I want to open a company.
I have really good dreams too. I dream every day I'm a billionaire. You know what? I guess it's going to happen. I'm dreaming about it though, right, chat?
Company by myself. If he cannot, I can by myself.
But do you think you can tell the difference between that $54,000 ring and the ring that costs $5,000 or 10 grand?
It's not a difference, because I think if he wanna like give me that ring, it doesn't matter, because it's for love, you know. But if I want a ring like my dream ring, I want that one.
How much do you want?
Inflation is crazy. And then I also think this is something that I see a lot, dude. Everybody wants to be an entrepreneur. Every woman now is like, I'm a realtor, you know, I just run my own business and I just work for me, you know. Bro, it's okay to be an employee. It's okay to work for somebody. Not everybody wants to be an entrepreneur. It's just like not everybody wants to play basketball. I wasn't good at basketball. Not everybody wants to play football. I didn't like getting hit. I'll be honest, I didn't like getting hit. It sucked. Not everybody wants to build computers. Not everybody wants to be a welder. Not everybody wants to be a truck driver. Not everybody wants to, you know, work at a warehouse. It's just some things. You know, I knew I didn't want to work outside, so I got a job where I could work inside, you know. So I just feel like we've as Americans, we've sold this lie to everybody that everybody needs to work for yourself. Now, is it cool? Yeah, it's fun, but it's also stressful. Instead of working a 9 to 5, now you're working 24/7 because now you can't put it down. Now it's your business. If something happens, it's on you. You can't go, well, let me go find another job. No, it's your job. That's it. It's like it's your business. You own it. I just think it's so funny. These women, a $54,000 ring. Baby girl, you're not even worth $5,000. This is crazy. This is insane to me, bro. Ain't that right, Lugs? You look tired. I'll give you a treat on the next one. Actually, you know what? I'll give you one. I'll give you one. Come on, you know me. I'm a nice guy. I'm a nice guy. Come on. I'm a good dad, you know. I'm not a deadbeat. I'm not a freaking deadbeat. Loki, free. Sit. Check. Good boy. Free. Go to your place. He's tired, dude. He is tired. Tired, boy. But that's okay. But yeah, man, not everybody's got to be not everybody has to own their own business. Not everybody has to be a self-starter. You know, it's okay. It's okay to work for somebody, man. And I feel like that's the problem is everybody gets sold this lie of like, oh, you're good at this. Oh, you need to monetize that. You need to own your own business. I knew at an earlier age that I wanted to, and eventually that if I figured it out, I would. But it's not for everybody, dude. It's really not for everybody. It's really not. Okay, I cooked my blue-collar husband dinner after his 15-hour shift. You know, I love these cooking videos, chat. Okay, the pan is already filthy dirty. You poured oil in a filthy dirty. The oven's filthy. Ripping pizza out of the plastic. Ugh. You're dropping that in oil. This looks disgusting. What is that? Black pepper? Salt? Oh my God. There's enough salt on that. Oh my God. Getting this man a straight heart attack. She's lying. There's already cheese on it. Brother, Got her nails done. Can't even make a meal. This is what men have to look forward to. These A lot of these Gen Z women. He worked a 15-hour shift to come home to this garbage. You're just frying, and you fried it cheese side down in the, oh God. Ketchup? What is that? Oh my God. Is this serious? There's no way she was serious with that. Oh my God. Oh my God, this is insane. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It was good to have you guys out, man. Until next time, peace.